Welcome back, everyone. We are here at beautiful Sorrento for the final day. We're in race 10, which is the final race of the International WASP Games, and we have just kicked off the final race, all to play for. Looks like the main part of the fleet has jumped off 2/3 of the way down the start line as the drone shot runs down the line. We've got Jackson McCauley, the Canadian, up here to windward. Looks like a couple of boats have jumped out. I reckon that's Tim House. Yes, it is. And another New Zealander underneath him. And Hippolyte Gruitt just to leeward of him. Looks like Gavin Ball there, the American. Aidan Simmons there with the little red dash on the back of the sail. As we've got a couple of port tackers coming through. Another one of the Hawaiians has gone through there. We've got Brad Devine in a good spot too. He's fighting it out for the Supermasters. But it looks like Marcus Berthert, he's got a really good jump away as well. Clear air, clear lane, and that is really helpful. Magnus Overbeck, beautiful conditions here at Sorrento. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what we've been waiting all week. Beautiful southerly conditions. We've got about 15 knots on the race course, flat as. You just went through shot there, Magnus Overbeck. He's fighting out for third position with Hippolyte Gruitt at the moment. Tom Trotman just went through shot. Here we go, Ettore Botticini, and here he is, Sam Street, the overall leader of the series, and we do not think that he can be beaten in this race, in this series at the moment. No matter what position he comes in the race. We see Francesco Bertoni just going through attack there, the Italian. Bit of a touchdown there, but he's back up and foiling. I believe this might be the last ever race by Francesco at a major WASP event. He's going to retire, he said, and he's going to spend some more time with family, which is fantastic for him, and he's been an absolute stalwart of the class for many years. Andy Bridgman here, the Brit, coming out on the left-hand side of the course as you would look upwind. A lot of the boats have tacked over. Really tactical course this. Nice and flat. You can see the close racing. We've got 90 boats here on the start line, and it is very, very tactical. Lots of crosses. Really close quarters racing, as I think that might be Tom Trotman who just went through attack there. No, it wasn't. It was another one of the Australians who's just gone through attack there. Little touchdown at the moment. We've got Kike, the Spanish sailor. He's just sailed through underneath that tacking boat. And this looks like one of the leading pack at the moment going through. This is an Oz boat. Benny Gunther. He loves these conditions, Benny. A little bit of a touchdown tack, but he loves these conditions. Bit more pressure definitely suits him. Going across the fleet here, here's Sam Street. He looks like he's pinned underneath that French sailor there at the moment. But we know what Sam can do. He's definitely got height and he can definitely pull up gauge. But look at Magnus Overbeck. He's absolutely flying upwind there. So is Marcus Berthert. So we've got Denmark and Norway, I believe, that are leading the fleet at the moment. Absolutely classy conditions. Look at these boats. They're just ripping upwind. Beautiful conditions. As we see Andrew McDougall go through shot there, just chasing down Louis Tilley from Australia. Now, here's the difference of opinion. The boats that have gone out on the right-hand side and they're coming back in now on starboard tack. That was one of our Hawaiian sailors, I believe that was Gavin Ball, coming back across from the right-hand side of the course as we track these boats upwind. Got another one of our Australian competitors going through the middle of the racecourse there. As we can see, as we spin around and we look upwind now, really, really tactical racecourse here at the moment as we go through. And we see as these boats here converge with the left-hand side boats. So I think that's Connell Green in the blue hull out to windward as we see. It looks like the left is paid early, the left-hand side of the course. The port tackers are coming across now, and they are crossing these right-hand boats pretty easily at the moment. And I believe it's still probably going to be Magnus Overbeck. He's actually in the middle of your screen there, or middle of your shot. He's the Danish sailor. He's a little bit out to windward of these other boats. And we've got Marcus Berthert as well in this front group of 3 boats that are going across into the middle of the course right now. Beautiful shots here from the drone. Mornington Peninsula at its best. Sorrento at its best. It just does simply not get any better than this. Racing 90 wasps on Sorrento. Beautiful flat water as we head upwind here now. The fleet will start sorting itself out when it gets to the top of the course here. We're probably about 30 seconds away from getting to the top of the course. We've got the two top marks that are sitting off Blair Gowrie at the moment. You can probably see them in the top left of your screen there. So as the boats are starting to tack, we've got the main fleet here. I believe we've still got Magnus Overbeck still leading this fleet. So he tacked underneath Marcus Berthert there, and we're sitting back here in a little bit of the peloton at the moment, which is really interesting, watching all the close crosses. This is a feature of the WASP class. When the breeze gets like this and it just becomes perfect, the racing is so tight and the crosses are so tight, there's just no margin for error. You talk to the sailors when they come in from sailing and they say, oh, I had a touchdown tack there and I lost 15 places. That is just the nature of this racing. As our top boats, they definitely came from the left-hand side of the course. The boats that went a little bit further into the left seem to have come out okay here. So I think we've got Magnus Overbeck from Denmark still in the lead. He is fighting for second place overall in this series and doing an absolute fine job of it at the moment. I can't see where Hippolyte Gruet is, who's been absolutely dominating in the previous days and really had a stranglehold on that second position. Magnus won the previous race and he really slungshot into contention. As we see Marcus Berthert going through attack there, and Overbeck's decided to go underneath him. So it will be Magnus Overbeck leading the fleet around as they head for that right-hand top gate, although looks like Berthart's coming at him with speed as they rip away downwind. They head downwind for the first time. We'll stay with the fleet at the moment as they head up to this top mark. Looks like we might have one of our New Zealand competitors that is going around in that red boat right there. Here comes the peloton. I reckon that's Hippolyte Gruet there, the French flag. So we've got third round. Fourth round possibly is Louis Tilley. Then we've got Hippolyte Gruet going in behind. Sam Street is sitting in fifth at this stage. Oh, struggling to make that top gate. Looks like we've got our first swimmer. Is he going to touch? Is he going to touch? Tacks away just to the moment. Look at the fleet coming in here. This is the main belly of the fleet. Once you get from about 10th to 40th, it's anyone's game as they start ripping around the top mark here. Absolutely glamorous conditions. Picking which side of the course is going to be crucial and linking those puffs together. We've got Hattie Rogers there in the middle of the fleet, in middle of the shot, with the UK flag. She is leading the overall women's title at the moment, and she's in good shape. She's in sort of the back half of the top teens here at the moment, so probably sitting 17th, 18th position as she gets around and rips the boat downwind. More close crosses coming in here. Absolutely brilliant stuff. You can see the flotilla of spect. Oh, we got a swimmer. We have a swimmer at the top mark. He's gone down. That's going to cause chaos because these boats are going to have to avoid as they go round this top gate. Look at this traffic as the boats are coming in. Good luck picking your way through that. Absolute mess as they're coming in. Port and starboards, left, right and centre as they go through. So we're looking at probably about 30th position here at the moment as these boats are starting to rip away. You can see how easy it is to lose positions if you have a bad rounding at the gate. If you don't quite lay the gate, or if you have a crash tack, or if you go for a swim, it can be absolutely all over. So we're going to leave the middle part of the fleet and rejoin our leaders as these boats are ripping downwind. We can see that Magnus Overbeck has gone around the bottom gate in first position. And this is Louis Tilley, yesterday's winner, just ripping downwind. Glorious conditions at the moment for WASP racing as we zone in on Magnus Overbeck. Everyone in the fleet says Magnus is probably the hardest hiker out there, and I reckon he's proving a lot right at the moment. Look at his boat. It just looks beautiful through the water, doing a fantastic job. He wants this second place. He finished second in the Euros. He probably doesn't have a chance to win this one because Sammy Street has got a real stranglehold on this regatta, and he's won it with a race to spare. But Magnus Overbeck is really, really gunning for that second place overall, and he's in an absolute dogfight with Hippolyte Gruet for it. But Hippolyte's well back. Oh, we've got a close cross here. The Hawaiian sailor just had to avoid Magnus there as he heads upwind, and you can see the gaggle of boats coming downwind into this bottom gate. Beautiful conditions here. This is fantastic. There we go. We've got Aaron Gavin going through shot there. He's punching downwind from Australia. Good to see Aaron out here. He's out there sending it around, but we're zoned in on Magnus Overbeck at the moment. He's got a nice little lead here as Marcus Berthert is sitting currently in second position, and I believe Sam Street has worked his way up to third down the run. Look at the traffic as we come down here. Oh, there we go. Rod Muller, the old Meccaneer. He's going down there. He's in a great battle there for the for the Masters title there. He's and it looks like his mate there, Ryan Grieve, also going through as well. So they're attached with a ski rope. So that's fantastic. But Magnus Overbeck is punching upwind here. We've got Callum Simmons actually in the background on the 6.9. He's doing a great job getting down there. He's probably in the middle of the fleet, which is fantastic for him. Callum Simmons, his older brother Aiden, who's been performing quite well in the overall standings, and Callum's been in an absolute fight for the 6.9 rigs with Pia Tavita from Norway, as we see Magnus coming back to reattach himself with these boats that are in second and third. We've got on your shot right there, that's your leaders, 1, 2, and 3. So we've got Marcus Berthert just out bow advanced at the moment. Magnus crossed him quite easily, and then we've got Sam Street underneath, and Magnus has put a classic cover on Sam Street. I think Sam can breathe under there. He's got a little bit of the sandwich action, so that was a really nice move there from Magnus, because as Marcus is underneath, Sam's going to have to try and hold his lane, and I'm sure Magnus has got the foot down and trying to really roll over the top of Sam and give him a little bit of dirty air. Fantastic racing here in the final race of the series. Beautiful conditions here at Sorrento. As I said, this is what we've been waiting for all week. Just a classic day. Classic day. This is what we've been selling this venue for 18 months for this sort of action. As we see Magnus Overbeck. Look at this. There's really no speed differential here between the boats at all. This is One Design Racing at its absolute best. Sam Street just to leeward. Overbeck is really trying to get over the top of him, get him some gas. He's doing a really good job to hold his lane there, Sam. While he's got Berthert out in front. Berthart's got the foot down, and he's definitely got his bow down, and he's trying to get a little bit of extension on these two so that he can tack back and he can hopefully have a crack at Magnus Overbeck. So it's going to be really interesting. We've got different grooves here. The boats are sailing in different grooves, which is really interesting. And just to leeward of this pack, we've got Louis Tilley, who's again performing really, really well in this race. He was the winner of the final race yesterday in that light and shifty stuff, and proving he can do it in the upper range as well. As we see Berthert, he's come back and he's had a crack. He's crossed Sam Street. Now Overbeck's got to change his attention. So he's let Sam go, and he's going after Berthert. This is an absolute cracking battle at the moment between the Norwegian and the Dane, and also Sam Street from New Zealand. This is what this class is about. Close, One Design Racing, and just got the foot down, pedal to the metal. Dry laps, lots of fly time as we're heading into the top mark, and it looks like Berthart's going to lay that. It really does. He's hitting the middle of the gate, and it looks like Overbeck has come up a little bit, and he's heading for the right-hand gate. It's going to be interesting to see, although Berthert looks like he's closing gauge here on Overbeck. Yeah, Overbeck's overstood a little bit, so he's had to come down, and Berthart's come up to his line. So Berthert is most likely going to tack around here in first place and lead the race down the final run of the final race. Oh, not a great tack. Berthart's in the water. This opens the door for Overbeck. What's going to happen here? Oh, he's trying to pump to get back onto the foils, but Overbeck just goes straight over the top. Is that the race right there? Oh, no, the Norwegian, he must have dropped the main sheet through the tack, and that is a classic manoeuvre by Magnus Overbeck as he goes over the top of his Norwegian mate. And we got Sam Street in third place. He's on a victory lap now, Sammy. He's going to soak this up down this run because he is going to be, barring a major mishap, the international WASP Games champion for the second time in succession. He won in 2022, Lake Garda, and he's going to win again here in 2023 in Sorrento. But the action is still in front of us. The race is all on, and I know that Sam, being the person that he is, he would love to finish this with a victory, but he's on the chase at the moment. He's on the chase to Magnus Overbeck and Marcus Berthert. Berthert, that critical error at the top mark, he did so well up the work. He'd got himself back into contention beautifully. He'd sailed effectively around Overbeck, and then he got to the top mark, squeezed him up, and then he just failed in the manoeuvre around that top mark. But he's on the chase now. Overbeck's gone. He's let him go. Berthart's just chancing his arm down here. You can see the boats. That's the finish boat, that big white boat in the distance. They've got to go through the gate first, but we're on Marcus Berthert at the moment. Overbeck, as you can see on the drone shot, has headed back out to the right-hand side. What's going to happen here? Sam Street looks like he is still chasing. No, Sam's just jibed. So, Overbeck looks a little bit soft out here. Yeah, don't like the angle there. Don't like the angle at all. Berthert has come out of that, and he's almost pointing at Overbeck's transom at the moment. That could be a really big net loss for Berthert. He really needs a big gust to really soak him down here as we head off towards Arthur's Seat and the beautiful Mornington Peninsula, turning it on as Marcus Berthert now has got some pressure. You can see the bottom gate in the distance, the two pink boys in the distance. These are your top three at the moment. I have no doubt Sam Street's going to have a piece of Marcus Berthert when he comes back across. It looks like Overbeck's going to take an all-the-way win here, and that is going to be enough to slingshot him into second place overall in this championship, which is a fantastic effort by Magnus Overbeck. He's been here for 3 weeks. He's been training the house down. Little bit loose there from Marcus Berthert as he's heading downwind. Street's jibed. It looks like Berthert's still got him at this stage. Still got a little bit of pressure that obviously came down the middle of the course for Berthert. Is he? Yeah, he's going to protect. I think he's just basically said, look, Magnus Overbeck, you can have this one. I'm going to protect and try and stay in front of Sam Street and try and get myself into the top 5. So Marcus Berthert at the moment, I think he's sitting in 6th position, but a second here will be enough to get him into the top 5, and that's what he wants. So he's protecting. Street going through a jibe now. Berthert going through a jibe as well. Simo jibe there. They're going to come back, and we're going to have a look. Look at that, Overbeck. What a performance downwind here. What an absolute performance. He won the first race of the day, and he's going to clean this one up as well. That is a fantastic performance by him. I tell you what, it would have been interesting if the breeze had blown like this all week, because he has been super, super consistent, and he is not far away from winning a major regatta. Well done, Magnus Overbeck, as he goes across the finish line, but it's all to play for here. We got a great battle between the Norwegian and the New Zealand saying, oh, Marcus has put it down again. Is that enough to open the door for Street? Street, slow, but still on the foils. He's got around him. Berthert, a couple of critical mistakes after he led round the top mark. And here we go. The New Zealander, Sammy Street. He's heading down towards the finish line. The finish line is between this boat here that he's just pointing out. That's the pin boat, and there's a boat up to windward. He is got the thing lit up as he goes across and claims the 2023 International WASP Games in Australia. Sam Street, take a bow, and he's off the boat. He loves it. Absolutely loves it. Sam Street, well done, mate. That is an unbelievable performance. He absolutely did a horizon job on the fleet in the first part of this regatta. He had 5 wins on the board before anyone could blink, and boy, isn't he happy. And here comes Timmy House. So Tim House has actually ended up in 4th overall. That is a fantastic result by his fellow countryman as he comes over and gives him a hug. What a great moment. What a great moment for New Zealand. What a great moment for Sam Street. What a great moment for Timmy House too, getting a 4th place. And the best thing about this class is absolutely the camaraderie between the sailors. Look at this. Here they all come. Louis Tilley's just crossed the line there. I think he's ended up finishing 7th overall, which is a fantastic effort by him. And we've got another New Zealander jumping in as well. We got them all. We got the Trans-Tasman here. Louis Tilley comes over, congratulates Timmy House, congratulates Sam Street, and here they all come. What an amazing moment. It's so well deserved. He's just absolutely put on a clinic at this event. To win 2 WASP games in a row is just an amazing effort, and well done, Sam Street, the 2023 International WASP Games champion.